Welcome to Behind the Lava Lava, the podcast that takes you behind the scenes of the vibrant people and cultures of the Pacific. This episode is brought to you by Matai, a luxury timepiece brand that embodies the essence of the Pacific. I'm your host, Michael Tan. Before we get started, a quick reminder to our listeners to follow, subscribe, and leave a review if you enjoy the show. Now let's jump straight into it. Today, we will be talking about the Women's Executive Alliance event held this Saturday, February 3rd. Joining me are guests Benjamin Powell, co-founder of Creative Pacific, and Analei Samasei'a, CEO of Think Brilliantly and the Women's Executive Alliance board member. Talofa, Ben and Analei.
Talofa.
Nalofa.
I want to introduce you guys briefly, starting with Ben. Could you give us a brief intro of who you are and what you do?
Sure. Thank you so much, Michael, for having us on here. So I'm Benjamin Powell. I am a hairdresser by trade. My full-time job, I work as general manager for Landis Aveda salons here in Salt Lake City. But I'm also a co-founder with Creative Pacific with my other co-founder, Afa Alu. We put together a nonprofit organization, and our focus and what we do with our work is really embracing our community, especially the PI community, and empowering, encouraging young generations after us to pursue a career in what we both do. Afa is definitely a name in the fashion industry. So that is what we both do full time, and that is how we got involved with what we're going to be discussing tonight.
How about you, Analei?
Thanks again, Michael, for having us on. So I'm Analei Napoleon Samasei'a. I am the CEO of Think Brilliantly, but I'm also on the board of directors for the Women's Executive Alliance. WEA, as we are known, our main focus is really to help facilitate Pacific Islander women in business, whether that is helping them start their own business through entrepreneurship or helping them excel and gain traction more in their careers. That's what we're here to do.
So I'm glad that you guys joined me today. Thank you very much for taking the time to chop it up with me. So what inspired the Women's Executive Alliance to create this Look Good, Feel Good event and workshop?
Well, it was really the brainchild of our president, Law Wolfgram. She is just phenomenal about thinking about these events that really help elevate our Pacific Islander women. We wanted to give them an opportunity to be in a space. First of all, it's the new year. New year, new you, you want to look good, you want to feel good. And of course, we had to turn to our experts in the beauty and fashion industry, Ben and Afa of Creative Pacific Foundation. And they were just so wonderful and willing to help us with this. And we just really wanted to give our Pacific Islander women just the opportunity to come, enjoy, share, these experiences with one another and really learn a lot of great and valuable information.
And can you share some of the details of what the attendees can expect from this very unique experience?
Yes, I can. So we will have multiple presenters there. So of course, obviously we're going to have Ben and Afa there doing their hair and fashion. That is going to be fantastic. And they're each doing their own individual workshop, which is great. So they each get about an hour with our women, and that is just like unheard of. So I'm just super excited about that. We also have for mental health, we have Celia Moleni, who is a mental health expert, and she's going to talk to our women about the importance of mental health and do a workshop with them through breathing exercises, centering, and just really talking to them at length about that. We also have Alex Millions, who is a registered nurse and owner of Modern Hydrosthetics, who will be there talking about our physical health. And she will also have, she does a lot of IV and IM injections, so she'll have those there available for purchase. I've had them. They're fantastic. I love them. And then our closing workshop will be a really powerful women's empowerment workshop done by Sui Lang Panoke, who is the Senior Vice President of Culture over at Zions Bank. She's also a UPIC board member and a WEA friend. So she has been she is just a powerhouse. She is an amazing woman, and she really does want to elevate our Pacific Islander women and bring them into spaces that maybe they weren't always able to access before. But we're really excited to have the opportunity to showcase for that for our women on Saturday.
Ben, could you elaborate more on what you and Afa Alu will be bringing to this event?
Sure. So when we had merged and collaborated with ideas with the Women's Executive Alliance, we discussed a lot of important things that we felt is very important for our Pacific Island women. But I think the main focus also is on mothers, right? So we both are Pacific Islanders. We both come from that hardworking mom, whether it's at home or if they've taken on a full-time job. And so what we wanted to do is give back to really give women the opportunity to take time out for themselves and also focus on what is the beauty that comes from within, which we all know that our moms have, but also how to really finish that off with the outside. So what Alpha and I are going to be doing is what we professionally do in our, workspace, which is really teaching women or clients in general, just really what makes them feel amazing. So whether it comes to the patterns of what they could wear, to the shaping of body sizes, and it doesn't matter what size, it's about really what makes you look good and feel good. Colors that really complement you, things that really brightens up, the smile of a mom or of our island women. And also we're going to focus on different ways of how they can also professionally carry themselves, right? So when it comes to hair and makeup, what is a great look that still can be carried to the workforce, still be ready to come home and still be mom, right? And still be able to feel great about themselves. So definitely for sure, our work is going to be on the outside of what the two other amazing ladies are going to be covering with Celia, teaching about things to do with wellness. But we're going to talk about the stuff they can do to maintain, obviously, their natural beauty, but taking care of themselves from the heart. So that is going to be a huge focus, and both of us will have an opportunity to spend time and engage. And really, our style of what we're going to be doing is going to be an open dialogue. It's not about us just talking, it's about engagement and hearing. And I think the biggest part is also what is it that we want them to take away is bits and pieces that really can enhance their life when they leave from this workshop. So that's a little bit about what we're going to be doing. The rest is all going to be a great show. So it's going to be fun.
Thank you for sharing. Now, this event is all about empowering and celebrating women's beauty. What makes this workshop different from other beauty events that are in the market?
I think one of the big things that makes it a little bit different is the fact that, one, to Ben's point earlier, they're going to be accessible right then and there. So it's not like this is a Zoom call or you're in an arena with 1,000 people. You are going to have accessibility to them immediately. So they can ask questions, they can get their answers. And then two, every single presenter and the vendors who are going to be providing the food, the mocktails, the entertainment, all of them are Pacific Islanders and Pacific Islander businesses. So I think that's something that's really fantastic and really sets us apart from other events.
Now, it's very important to highlight things that can draw in the crowd, right, and pique interest. Will there be some exciting giveaways or exclusive offers for the attendees?
We do. We have some awesome swag bags from Aveda that will be given out to the first 25 people who sign up for tickets. We are going to have a 360 photo booth there. We're going to have DJ Pebbles, who's going to be showing us some great tunes and some music and really elevating the mood there. I mean, it's just going to be really a fun and educational and empowering workshop.
So what message or impact do you guys hope to leave with the women who will be participating with this event?
Well, I think one of the things we want to leave with the women that are going to be attending is to let them know they have a space and a place that they can be a part of. And sometimes we may have mentioned this earlier, that we may not felt that we had access to. As Analei had highlighted, this is 100% Pacific Island produced, which is huge and significant for our community. When you see the faces of your own people leading things, it is quite empowering that you can see yourselves in the place of anyone, right? So I think it is an important piece for us to really see how far have we come? Where can we take it to the next, not just level, but what are the opportunities that we need to start really exploring so that we can have not just a empowering, but the most impactful thing is changing people's lives, which is one of the reasons why I became a hairdresser. And one of the reasons I know Afa does what he does is we can see the immediate changes that it makes and how it impacts people. So more than just a takeaway. I think it'll be a very intimate, engaged session for everyone to be there, and a wonderful space that we're going to be hosting this. So yeah, definitely for sure. I think there's more than just the empowerment. I think of anything is to see how people being able to lead what we can do today.
Thank you for sharing, Ben. Now, Analei, how can individuals get involved or secure their spot for this event, and where does it take place?
Sure. So the event happens this Saturday, February 3rd, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. It is at the Hale Centre Theatre, and tickets are available online and at the door. You can purchase your tickets online by going to wea.eventbrite.com. Tickets prices are $25 and includes everything. We're having it catered by Pacifica Foods. We have mocktails. Of course, we have our entertainment and our fantastic presenters.
And to our listeners, make sure you follow the Women's Executive Alliance and the Creative Pacific Foundation on their social medias, Facebook and Instagram. I really appreciate you, Ben and Analei, for joining me today and sharing this wonderful event for the ladies, the Look Good, Feel Good, that will be taking place this Saturday, February 3rd, Whaptai Te Lava. Any shout-outs before we close our session?
I think all the presenters, and also just hats off to the Women's Executive Alliance. This conversation happened, as Analei said, it's been in the making for a while, and it actually was something that was brought to our attention from La Wolfram. So it has now come to fruition, so we can't wait to have everybody there. It's going to be great.
Now, thank you very much for tuning into this episode of Behind the Lava Lava. I hope you enjoyed our conversation. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow Behind the Lava Lava, drop a comment, and leave us a review. This is Michael Tan, signing off. Tofasefua.